The Valley is back on Wednesday night with 9 races, 6:40 start time for the opener. Paul Lally is here to provide the selections for this race-by-race preview when we get underway with a Class 5 over the 2,200 metres and nice birdies on a 7-day backup. Colourful Baron has the blinkers off. Vincy Shadow Roll off, blinkers go back on. Arthur's Kingdom steps up in trip, as does Diamond Winner. Golden Fairy was a course and distance winner 2 starts ago, and we saw Green Laser run last Wednesday night on the all-weather at Shah 10. The speed comes here, Paul, from Golden Fairy.
Yeah, short run to that first bend, so I think Golden Fairy can get there and get to the front. Happy Hero over this 2,200 metres, he always sits a little bit handier, and he's drawn 2. Arthur's Kingdom likewise, he's drawn nicely in barrier number 3, so he won't be too far away. Could be a little bit tricky for Colourful Baron. He's drawn 11. Blinkers will come off him. He'll be trying to get outside Golden Fairy, I would suspect.
He is in our first replay is Colourful Baron. He has had 2 trials since this race too. He's run 8th in one of them and 3rd in the other. He's up outside the leader here, Paul. This was over 1,800 metres at Shah 10. Happy Hero, Green Laser and Arthur's Kingdom also appear in our first replay.
Yeah, now the thing with Colourful Baron, if he gets across, and he's definitely a chance, he's coming up to the 2,200 metres for the first time, and he's an out-and-out star. Happy Hero got quite well back here in this. I think he'd be a lot closer in the run. Well, Happy Hero and Arthur's Kingdom likewise from a good draw, and you can see him running on. Green Laser, he did win off a quick backup when he did win his race, so this is a reasonably quick backup for him.
And Chris's horses have been racing extremely well of late, especially around race 1. He seemed to have won race 1 a number of times lately, does Chris. Here is a Superb Daddy running second over 1,800 metres. It's normally the case of the further the better with him. Nice Birdie has placed course and distance. Loyal Ambition, his win was over this trip off a rating of 31. And Diamond Winner, where's he fit into this field this week?
Well, look, he always runs, honestly. He always gets you because he finishes off strongly in his races. So, look, he's a chance once again. Diamond Winner, I'm going to put him in the numbers. I'm going to put Nice Birdie in because he's shown a little bit of consistency recently. Superb Daddy, look, he's had a few issues, this horse, so I just want to watch him in this.
And some track work finally now. A Golden Fairy, whose win was over the 2,200 metres.
What a strong piece here, and he is the only time he's won the race was over this distance. If he can get to the front and dictate, they don't sort of chase too hard in Class 5, I think he's a chance.
There it is. So first out, first home, Golden Fairy.
Yeah, I'm going to put him on top, see if he can win his second race this season. He's on top. Diamond Winner will get back, run on. Happy Hero will be a lot closer in the run, and Nice Birdie likes the course and distance. 10, 9, 4 and 2.
So it could be another case of race 1 and another win for Chris though. Race number 2 now. We drop back 1,000 metres from race 1 for this. It's over the 1,200 and a Class 4 with Happy Golf, a wider draw and top weight again. Street Conqueror has the blinkers going on. E-Universe, he carries an extra £6 for a senior rider this week. Double Bingo, he's had 2 trials ahead of his first start. Super Eagle has a wider draw. King Ober on the hood off, and Happy Feeling minus the cheek pieces. And the blinkers go back on him. Where does the pace come from in this one, Paul?
Regent Glory looks the only leader. He likes to go forward. He's drawn 9, so I think they'll be very positive on him. Super Eagle likes to go forward without leading. E-Universe has led in the past, but he was slightly slow away last time. So just how he jumps, he's not a big horse, E-Universe. Double Bingo is the debutant. He's only had the 2 trials, but has gone forward in both. Tactical Command, when he draws wide, he goes back.
First replay, and Happy Golf was a winner 2 starts ago, has since placed. He runs 3rd in this race. Hugh Bowman gets aboard again, Paul. He's had 14 starts, Happy Golf, for 3 wins. Hugh's had 3 rides on the horse for all of those 3 victories.
Yeah, so look, he knows the horse very well. A little bit awkward, barrier number 10. If they do go forward, he could be trapped a little bit wide. So he just might be a place further back than he would like. But in saying that, he's going nicely enough. He's got the big weight to carry. I am going to include him, but just on a place line.
Right, monoline for Happy Golf. We move on to our second replay. This is Easy Snip who's coming off a last start second behind Sports Legend. That was from barrier 1, gets a kind draw of 2 again this week. Universe ends up running 5th. His winner's been course and distance, and Hoss is just completely out of form.
Yeah, look, Hugh Bowman rode Universe when he won and he led all the way. He was slightly slow away in this race, but he stayed on nice enough, so I'll include him on a monoline and Easy Snip as well. He's got a really good record on this grade, Easy Snip, so from barrier 2, he's going to get his chance as well.
Super Eagle racing so well, and he was just a little bit disappointing when up outside the leader. Fades to run 6th, Tactical Command 7th and Hoss in this race. Prepared to forgive Super Eagle for this run because his form was so hard to fault before this.
Yeah, it was, but maybe he's had his win now. He's had 14 starts this season, so he might be coming to the end of it. But look, he's been so consistent and runs nicely. That's Tactical Command on the rail there, number 12, and he's drawn wide, so he might have to go back. But a little bit disappointing with Super Eagle.
And finally, some track work down the back straight of a Street Conqueror on the turf. Zach Purton on board, and he will ride him in race number 2.
Wanted to show this because he had the blinkers on, and he's got blinkers on for the first time. He's won off this rating before, and Zach Purton will jump aboard. He's been running some pretty good form races as well recently.
So off the back straight at Shah 10 into the winner's circle at Happy Valley.
Well, this is where his win came at Happy Valley, and I think he can win again. So, look, he's on top with these blinkers on for the first time. He did race his last 3 runs behind Watch Buddy and co-partner Prance, and they look good form. So he's on top to beat Easy Snip, Happy Golf and E-Universe. 2, 3, 1 and 5.
And the play, a QQP, as easy as 1, 2, 3 for Paul in race number 2. Highest class race of the night is race number 3, Class 2 over the 1650, and there is a specialist at the trip at the top of the book. Telecom Fighters has won 7. Mr. Ascendancy is looking for 3 in a row. Moments in Time comes into Class 2 after winning over the 1800 at the Valley last start. Rising from Ashes, he is a 2-time course and distance winner, and Outgate. He was placed over the 1650 2 starts ago and won over the 1400 at Shah 10 last time. But for Outgate Paul, he's a noted front runner, as is the horse to his inside there, Telecom Fighters.
Yeah, so I think they can go and share the pace together. Mr. Ascendancy and Moments in Time can just sit in behind. Keefe might be one place further back than he has been because he's drawn wide. Find My Love generally gets back, Galaxy Witness does, and so does Rising from Ashes. So it looks really quite straightforward, this one.
Well, here is winning form around Mr. Ascendancy, and he has just been impossible to fault lately, Paul. He's been absolutely flying. The wins have been over 1650 at Happy Valley and 1650 on the all-weather. We go back 2 starts ago for the Valley victory. Yeah,
so it just shows what he can do at the Valley. So it's a versatile horse that he is. And look, Telecom Fighters, if he's left alone in front, he's tough, but he's got Outgate to contend with, so that's going to be an issue for him. I thought it was a strong win from Mr. Ascendancy, and he's going well at the moment, so he goes in.
Extra £4 on his back for the all-weather win since that race. Our second replay is Moments in Time, and you're quite keen on this horse. He's up outside the speed here. Ellis Wong rode him that night. He'll carry £2 less for going up in grade.
Yeah, look, he went to the 4-year-old series and it didn't really work, and then he came out and he did this. I thought it was a really strong win. I quite liked him this night as well with the claim, and he's a horse I think is going to be is really suited at Happy Valley. So I think he can win again. It was a strong win from this horse.
So back-to-back wins for Paul for Moments in Time means we're playing minor numbers only. Outgate, very good last time at Shah 10. Good in defeat 2 starts ago. Great trial in between those runs. What about with Telecom Fighters in the race?
That's the problem. Look, I'm going to leave them both out for that reason. If one was in, I'd probably put them in, but with both of them, that just worries me what's going to happen with these two. Telecom Fighters, Lyle Hewittson's drawn 1, so he'll get the rail, and then Angus, I think, will just sit outside him. But with those 2 horses in the race, I'm happy to watch both. But look, you wouldn't be surprised if one got an easy lead, one missed the start or something. That'll change the whole complexion of the race.
But just that worry that there could be a lot of pace on up front. Galaxy Witness, where's he at, Paul? We say this just about every time. He has placed 3 from 5 course and distance and does like to get back. So there is a big chance he's going to get the race run to suit.
Yeah, exactly. There's only 8 in this race too as well, so he won't be too far away from the leaders. I'm going to include him, but just again on a place line. Galaxy Witness. He looked so good earlier in his career, this horse. He was just winning them for fun, but he's sort of gone off the ball a bit, and barrier number 4, I just think he'll go back. It was a nice soft trial from him.
Alexi Bedell takes the ride for the first time on Galaxy Witness in race number 3. So the leaders are out. Telecom Fighters and Outgate. Who goes in?
The 2 sitting behind, I think, well, I'm going to go Moments in Time to win, and Mr. Ascendancy. I think these 2 will sit behind those leaders. Galaxy Witness and Find My Love, I think he'll get the race run to suit as well. He hasn't had much luck in his recent runs. 3, 2, 5, 7.
Race 3, number 3, for the first leg of the early treble. Race number 4 has an impressive last start winner at the top of the book for it. A Class 4 over 1,200 metres is the class and distance details, and it's co-partner Prance number 1. He carries an extra £6 for that last start win. Flying Dragon has the visor going on. First starter is Wind Speed. Roaring BB has his first start since March 2023. He's had some hind leg issues. Cosmo Navigator has a new stable. He's now with Michael Cheng and has been given 2 trials. Joyful Life, cheek pieces off, blinkers go on. My Intelligence racing okay down the bottom of the book. Draws better this week in barrier number 3. He's off a rating of 40. Cosmo Navigator and Joyful Life make up the pace here, Paul.
Only 4 starts for Cosmo Navigator, but he's pulled up lame in 2 of them, and he's ran well in one of those ones he didn't, and that was here at Happy Valley where he tried to lead all the way. So I think he can go forward. Joyful Life's got blinkers on for the first time with a wide draw. He can come across. Co-partner Prance can get into a lovely position. My Intelligent likes to go forward. Speedy Smarty likewise. Flying Dragon gets back. Tatnam was just the query, but he's drawn wide, so I think he'll go back.
His best form is from lower draws, Tatnam too, so he's back to last on the inside on that speed map. Our first replay though, Paul, is co-partner Prance. He won from barrier number 7 last time, draws similar in gate 6, 2 starts at the Valley for a placing and this victory.
Yeah, nice win from him as well. Co-partner Prance, you could see him coming into the middle of the track and running away and winning with a little bit in hand, I thought, as well. So, look, he's up in weight, but Zach Purdon will stick with him. Did ride him in this particular race, and look, it was just hands and heels towards the end, and the further they'll gain, the better. So, look, I think he can win again.
It's Winning Heart running fourth,
yeah,
and he has come out and bolted up since that race. Our second replay features A Sky Song. This was his first start. It was over 1,000 metres. Philos has been largely disappointing and would need to improve. Extra distance a plus for Sky Song?
Definitely. Really caught the eye here when he finished off. He's by No Nay Never, this horse out of a high chaparral mare. So there is definitely stamina going through the dam side with Sky Song. And the way he finished off here over 1,000 really caught the eye, finishing off strongly. This is his debut run. He's only going to improve. 1,200 looks good. I think he's run a big race.
It's a good report for Sky Song. Now a trial around Joyful Life. He does have a wide gate. He's shown plenty in the trials. He does have a placing. It was course and distance 2 starts ago. Derek Long, Ricky Yu, barrier 12. Tried up with the blinkers here and runs down Savvy Chic.
Yes, and it was a nice enough trial. So the blinkers obviously suit the horse. He's drawn wide. Now he's going to have to try and get across. If he does, then look, I think he can feature in the finish. So I've got him in on a minor line. Just the barrier draw put me off a little bit.
We'll see Savvy Chic later on in the program, but that is Joyful Life winning that trial. Good race this. Co-partner Prance to win again though? Yeah,
he's going to go on top, co-partner Prance. I think he can win 2 in a row. Sky Song really caught the eye at his last start. Cosmo Navigator, now he'll be a big price. He'll be 30, 40, 50 to 1, he should be. But look, the one run that we've seen from him when he didn't pull up lame was a very, very good run, and he was just beaten. So he might be one for value, and Joyful Life. 1-3-6-8.
Cosmo Navigator's had the 2 trials for the new stable of Michael Cheng before his debut out of that barn on Wednesday night. The feature race, as far as prestige goes, is the 5th because it's the trophy race of the night. The Lusitano Challenge Cup and Glorious Journey and Good Luck Win both run here on the class drop. Not a few, needs to improve. He's had 5 starts and yet to hit the board. Divas 12, first race start at Happy Valley, trialled there in September of 2023. Gallant Crown's a 5-time course and distance winner. Sturdy Ruby's placed 6 from 9. Sure Joyful has the tongue tie going on. And Atomic Beauty, much better draw, barrier number 2 after racing wide at his last 2 starts. It's for that team of Avdulla and Cruz, Paul, who have been winning everything.
Yeah, now in this one, look, Wood on Fire, he's up in distance for the second time, and he led first time he went up to 1650. So they might try something similar. Gallant Crown likes to go forward. Mr. Aladdin is never far away. Atomic Beauty. Divas 12, as you mentioned, comes here for the first time under race day. Was slightly awkward away last start and got a check, so he didn't have anything go his way. If he gets any sort of run, he can be there. Windicator Family, then back to Not a Few, I think will be at the rear.
More from Paul shortly. Firstly, though, Nick spoke to the trainer of a recent place getter in this race. It's David Hayes talking Gallant Crown.
David, off to Happy Valley on Wednesday night we go. You've got Gallant Crown lining up in race 5. He looks like he's working towards a win, David.
He does. His last run was very good. I was disappointed with the gate. Last run was terrific from a wide gate, but he did get a beautiful run in transit. I would have been more confident with a better gate, but I can tell punters he's in form and very fit.
He is a slightly older horse. He's a 7-year-old nowadays. How has he been since that run? Has he been in the same form? Do you feel he's going there in the same sort of order to hopefully go that one place better?
The way he's behaving in the stable is telling me, and his track work is telling me he's on a rising plane. So he's reaching his peak. So I'm expecting a bit of consistent racing from him now.
I know he's got the wide draw, but this is really his backyard, isn't it? This sort of trip around Happy Valley, it's really what he enjoys.
Yeah, he kicked and just got caught the other day. If he gets a tough run, I'm not sure the old boy how close he'll go, but if he gets a similar run, I'll be disappointed if he doesn't win. So let's hope Derek rides him as well as he did last time.
Yeah, no pressure for Derek. He's £9 lower than his last win as well, so he's certainly handicapped to go well again, isn't he?
Yeah, look, the Gallant Crown we know is a pretty consistent Class 3 horse, and he's in Class 4 now, so he's well rated.
We move from the interview, Paul, to Divas 12, who worked to the victory 2 starts ago, and then he looked to have every chance last time at Shard 10. He ends up running third in this race. Now, it was 1,800 metres, so he comes back to the 1,650. The win was over the mile. Will have to carry 128 pounds, so he also drops quite a bit in weight from this run.
Yeah, he does. Look, he was slightly slow away as well, and look, he got buffeted a bit round the back straight there, but as you say, once he got into the clear, he finished off nicely. Look, it was an okay run. I mean, he sort of looked a little bit green. He was running around. I just wonder about the 1,800. Maybe he didn't get the 1,800. Back to 1,650 at Happy Valley is going to be a lot easier for him.
And Zach Purton does stick with him as part of Zach's really strong book on Wednesday night. And Shaw Joyful, we know him pretty well. At meeting midweek at the Valley. He's been back to Chung Fa. He ran 4th in this trial after running 7th behind Strongest Boy. He did do some early work in that race, and the form before it was sound.
Very sound. It was good. Look, pushed out a little bit in this trial, but did what he had to do. Barrier 9 was a little concern I have. When he draws wide, he goes back. So he just might have to go back and from barrier number 9, or he could be trapped a little bit wide. I mean, he held his ground here in this particular trial, so it's hard to gauge. He was just more of a maintenance thing for him, wasn't it?
It was. That is a breakdown of David's thoughts on Gallant Crown and a few runners. Who do you like in this?
Going to go with the 5 Divas 12 in this race. He trialled okay here at Happy Valley, and with back in distance looks ideal for him. Mr. Aladdin should get a nice run just behind. He grinds away. He's always close up. Gallant Crown, we heard from David Hayes there. He's a well-rated horse at the moment. And then Keen Unity was a lot better run from him last time. There was some money around, comes in with a light weight, and he seems to be on the improve. 5, 10, 7, 12.
And for Triple Trio punters, race number 5 is also your first leg. Race number 6 is a further division of the Class 4 over the 1,200 metres, and Telecom Speed. Senior rider gets back on board, but that senior rider, Hugh Bowman, does have a very good record on him. Savvy Chic was scratched on the 13th of March. Lame left 4 blinkers, visor off, trial second since. Mr. Valiant hasn't been seen since the 29th of October when he won. He bled after a barrier trial on the 13th of November. Better draw for Great Achiever. Winning Heart goes up £7 for that very good win last time. Golden Link has placed 4 from 11 course and distance, and Same to You is eligible for the top of Class 5. goes around here, Paul, with the lightweight.
No leader in this race at all. So Telecom Speed likes to go forward. I wonder if he'll just go forward and try and get to the rail. Otherwise, Golden Link, he's been going forward in his recent starts. He's another possibility. Winning Hard, I think, is more likely to want to trail. Savvy Chic there as well. Mr. Valiant, haven't seen him for a little while. Molly's Witness, drawn wide. Hercules gets back, and Falcon Court's got the widest draw.
This was a very good win last time from Winning Heart. Harry Bentley rode him to victory. Will partner the horse again for Tony Cruz. Hercules ran 10th. He hasn't had a bad season. Didn't run on as well as he has a number of times throughout the races that he's been in. But Winning Heart was strong.
He was, wasn't he? Up 7 points for this win. I don't think it's going to be enough the way he won. He's just really stretched out nicely and won well. Stays in the grade. Comes in with 124 from barrier 4. Wooshka. I think he can win again.
Straight from the replay to the top of the selections for Winning Heart. So, minors, any of these figure amongst your selections? They include Golden Link, Telecom Speed, Falcon Court and Molly's Witness, whose trial form has been okay but yet to show anything on race day. And Golden Link hangs on for second here.
But Golden Link, he's a real monkey. He gets his head up, and just the way he races and his style is just a horrible style. But it's effective. He's won a few times. He's actually won off 69. He's down to a rating of 47. So he's arguably the best rated horse in the whole meeting, Golden Link. So look, he's going to put himself in the race. I think he's the biggest danger.
Unorthodox, but it works.
It does. Yeah, like in one of your golf swing, I'm guessing.
That's exactly right. That's not unorthodox, it's just hopeless. Mr. Valiant, he was very good. He was superbly rated at a meeting earlier in the season. Few issues since then. This is the last of the 4 trials that he has had since that win.
Keep an eye on the PMU of this horse, because he was back from 14 into 5.4 when he won. And there was just money. Everyone was jumping out of trees to back him. He hasn't raced since then. As you said, he's drawn nicely in barrier 1. David Hall's got the horse going really well at the moment. So I'm going to include him, but I think he might just be a little bit ring rusty, but he's definitely a horse to keep an eye on.
You just want to see if those people appear from those trees along the back straight to run and back him again, Mr. Valiant. But we know who you're tipping. Yep,
we're going to go a really good win last time from Winning Heart. I think he can win again. The really well, Mr. Valiant in there for second, and the really well weighted Golden Link for third, and Telecom Speed goes in there on a minor line. 6, 3, 9 and 1.
Harry Bentley and Tony Cruz for Paul to win and make it back-to-back victories for Winning Heart. Race number 7, we're on 1,650 metres, and this is a Class 4 event with the D-Star at the top of the book being a 2-time course and distance winner. Capital Legends placed 2 from 6 track and distance. Win-Win Fighter, he's a 3-time course and distance winner. Gallant Valour blinkers off, pacifies with Cowles the addition. I Can minus the blinkers. Harry's Hero won a much better race last time as he switched back to the turf after his first run at Happy Valley. Joyful Prosperity is likely going to be running on again. Dragon Pride comes up after winning over the 1,800 metres in Class 5 last time. Back to the 1,650 here. I Can leads. Joyful Prosperity got going forward.
Yeah, he went forward last time. Look, the other possible leader is Master Tornado, because he's led in the past, but he's handed up this last couple of starts. He hasn't really led in the past, but he's another one that does like to go forward. So again, it could be a little bit of a muddling pace here. Gallant Valour, D-Star will be a lot closer in the run because he's drawn a lot better. Dragon Pride last start when it gets back. Chater Gold and Winning 7 have to go back from their wide draws, and Harry's Hero's drawn wide as well.
We start with Nick talking to Hugh Bowman, Capital Legend.
Hugh, Capital Legend, one of your rides on Wednesday night. A bit of a near miss last time out, but it was a very good run.
It was an excellent run, and look, with a good draw this time, I think we can settle in a really comfortable position. The horse is racing very consistently, and last start was a really strong performance, but yeah, we should hopefully get a bit of a better run this time, and with an even pace will really play into our hands.
I guess watching it back here, the way the race sort of developed, that the winners almost snuck up on your inside there a bit, caught you a bit unaware, but obviously Snowlot's a pretty handy horse, but your fella certainly has the form in the book to suggest he can go one better here.
Well, he's a consistent horse, as I said, and like I said, we've got a really nice draw, and the only thing this horse does want is a consistent pace. It doesn't really matter if it's quick or slow, but if it's consistent, it'll really help him.
he's won off a much higher mark in the past as well. I know he doesn't win all that often, but there would certainly be a pound or two in hand, you'd have to think.
I would have thought so, and Casper's horse is racing particularly well, and yeah, it's nice to be back on board him.
I must just ask you, away from Hong Kong racing, just a bit of bloodstock, if we may. Bit of sales news, of course. The filly foal out of the Mighty Winks, who obviously you had that great association with, made a pretty penny. It's fair to say, 10 million Australian dollars. Amazing stuff, really.
Yeah, it's remarkable, and I think it's really wonderful that Debbie and her family were able to buy the filly under the circumstances. Obviously, I don't quite know what went on behind the scenes, or what the plans were, but I think it's really fitting, and I'm sure the other part owners of Winks are very happy with the result too. So I have spoken to Tom Magnier and Chris Waller, but I haven't spoken to the connections of Winks just yet, but I'm sure I will in the coming days. But yeah, it's just a really, it's a lovely reminder of just how wonderful Winks was, and it brought, I didn't think, I was surprised with myself, but it was brought back some emotions that I went through over the years riding her, and what a special, like I said, it's a reminder of what a special horse Winks was herself. And I'm sure Winnie, I think they call her, she's going to have a bit more attention when she starts her racing career, if and when that does happen, and it'll be a lovely story if she can manage to, win some races.
You didn't think about firing in a late bid?
Way out of my league. But no, well done to. It's good to see that it's kept in that sort of the ownership, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, cool 10 mil. But we need to move on to try and get some money if we were looking to buy the next Winks foal. D-Star, Paul, he's well back here. We saw on your speed map that he's going to be much closer in the run from his better draw. When Fighter was going well till his last two, and he just hasn't been able to continue on that consistent form.
Yeah, so look, I'm happy to watch him, but 12, 11, 11, 11 are the barrier draws for D-Star. Comes back into Class 4. He's won off this rating before, and he really rocketed it home here and finished off nicely. Going to be a lot closer in the run, so I think he's going to be tough to beat.
The horses that beat him home, Strongest Boy, a win in a second, and Courier Magic now 2 in a row. Joyful Prosperity, he would have appeared in your last run reminder a few times, wouldn't he? The way that he finds the line from time to time. Now, he's back in this replay, and he ends up running third behind California Totality, so that's good form. He did place at the track 2 starts ago. Yeah, look, he's drawn 5, so I think he's going to be a lot closer in the run. He drew 13 here, so he had to go all the way back. Joyful Prosperity comes back to Happy Valley. Last time he was placed, so he does like the Valley. As you say, he gets here every time because he finishes off nice enough. I'm going to put him in again, but not on the win line, but I'll put him in. He's a must for a minor line as usual. Joyful Prosperity. Gallant Valor, Paul, he was going a little bit like Win Fighter, consistent races, but last time he was 3 wide around the last turn. He's going to get a good run. How did you assess him and his chances in this race? Yeah,
I'm going to put him in, but again, not on a win line. You're right. I thought he was a bit disappointing here. I really liked him this day. Look, he drew nicely after drawing wide and having a tough run 2 starts ago, and he'd really rocketed home there for a really nice third behind Galvanic. So I thought he was entitled just to finish a little bit closer in this one. So, look, I'll include him, though. I'll forgive him for that from barrier 1.
Minor line for him, who wins race 7.
Going to go with D-Star. He's won off this rating before, and he's drawn a lot better, so he goes on top. Harry's Hero, we haven't mentioned him. He caught the eye at his last start. He's drawn 12, but he gets back anyway, so I think he'll finish off strongly. Gallant Valor and Joyful Prosperity. I think one will win, though. 1, 7, 4, 10.
Race 7, number 1 for the first leg of Wednesday night's Late Treble. This is a very, very good race. Race number 8 is the race of the night. It's a Class 3 over the 1650. Hemron races well this course, distance and grade. Simply Maverick. He finished down the track in the Classic Cup last time. Loves Happy Valley, as does Noble Pursuit. He ran down the track in the Derby last time. 18 Palms, 2-time course and distance winner. Lavero's never missed top 2 at Happy Valley. Red Majesty goes up in grade. He's now a 9-time 1650 metre winner. And Chain of Gold has the cheek pieces coming off. Who's the winner on the speed map here, Paul? It's Lavero coming across to lead.
Well, he's a possibility. 18 Palms could lead, Red Majesty could lead, but I think Lavero from his wide draw, he just might have to go on with it. If Red Majesty wants to kick up on his inside, they could probably share it together, but I thought Red Majesty would be happy enough to let him cross. Show Respect will get a nice run along with Simply Maverick.
It is Lavero where we start, and Nick with Angus Chung.
Angus Chung, you've got some nice rides coming up on Wednesday night. One of them is Lavero, a horse that you know quite well. He's been racing very well. Last couple of runs, only just touched off.
Yeah, he's in a good form. I probably the last time the wide barrier cost him a little bit, so he ran second there. I think the barrier is not in the ideal gauge right now. Again, hopefully I can get the soft lead. Just use less at the beginning.
Last time out, Angus, he was only just beaten ahead behind an informed horse in Samarkand. So, I mean, as far as this race is concerned, his form is right there and would look another winning chance, wouldn't he?
Yeah, 100%. Again, he's in a good form. Samarkand win 4 races in this season. So, Mr. Hayes doing that horse very well. I think he is still in a very good chance in that race.
I must just ask you about you personally. I think there's 3 more winners before you graduate as an apprentice. So things have gone really well. You've got some nice rides Wednesday night. You must be looking forward to almost all of them.
Yeah, thanks for my boss. Give me a good ride, gave me an opportunity. Wednesday night, good quality ride. Hopefully the races will be shoot for me. Hopefully can finish on Wednesday. That's a big challenge. Get 3 winners in one day. So, but still looking forward.
And just finally, you mentioned Tony Cruz, of course, your boss. I mean, wonderful that he got to 1,500 winners, 1,501 on the weekend. Obviously, Beauty Joy winning as well. I just wanted to ask your opinion on it, really, because obviously you're a very young man. You probably don't remember much about Tony Cruz riding in races, but what's it like working for a legend like him, Angus? I mean, you must be learning all the time, and working for a guy like him, you must have to pinch yourself sometimes just to sort of believe that you are actually, indentured to a guy like Tony Cruz. But he's been a superstar, hasn't he?
Yeah, he 100% is a superstar. He has a very good horsemanship. I believe him so much. Whatever he say, just try to follow his instruction. He's a legend. I don't doubt him. So he believed me, I believe him. There's a very good relationship.
Angus there talking about Lavero. He's not the only chance in this race, Paul. This horse is going to love coming back to Happy Valley. His name is Noble Pursuit. He's had 1 start, course and distance for a win, but he also won over the trip of 1,800 round the valley too, so he's unbeaten at the circuit.
He's going well, isn't he? And he does like Happy Valley. I just wonder, coming back, he was sort of trained for the Derby, so he was trained up to 2,000. He's now got to drop back to 1,650. Now, in saying that might be what he wants. By Savabeel, this horse, a Noble Pursuit. Barrier number 7, he obviously likes it here. So, look, he's one of the chances. This is a wide open race.
It is, as we see him win that race. Simply Maverick. He's a little bit like Noble Pursuit, comes back to his favourite hunting ground of Happy Valley, Ivy League 4th. Winning Dragon has raced well since this race. He has a win and a second with a big weight last time next to his name.
Yeah, he does. And look, Simply Maverick, he's been going so well recently, this horse. 3-time winner over the course and distance from his 5 starts. So he showed a really good turn of foot when he finishes off. So he's definitely one of the leading chances. And you're right, Winning Dragon wasn't too far away, but he was fading a little bit in this race.
He was, and that was that replay. And it doesn't end there, because this horse is in good form as the rest of them we've seen, if not better. Show Respect.
Won his last couple, so Mark Newnham's got this horse going really well at the moment. You can see he got that perfect run behind Tourbillon Prince, came out at the right time, and he raced away for a really nice win as well. So again, he's another one of the chances. Drawn barrier number 2, he should be 3 back on the inside, and he'll be finishing off strongly. So it's just a really good race, this one.
It is. Probably doesn't end there either in the horses we've seen. Who did you narrow down to the best 4?
Well, I was looking for some value in this race because it's so open. So I'm going to go with a horse called 18 Palms. The horse is going to put himself right on the pace. He's won off a 62 rating, so he is slightly higher at 69, but he's been placed fourth at his last couple of starts off a similar rating. So he's in there. Simply Maverick, Show Respect and Lavero, which we've all talked about, but just go for a bit of each way on this one. 6-3-5-7.
18 Palms did it at Sha Tin on Sunday for Alexi Bedell, and he's going to do the same if things work out for Paul on 18 Palms after winning on 18 Carat at the weekend. The last race, number 9, we wind things up with a Class 3 over the 1200 metres. Astrologer on the class drop. Colourful Emperor, he's looking for 3 in a row, like a number of horses at this meeting. Atomic Force has placed 4 from 9, course and distance. Blinkers on O-liner for the first time. Sports Legend, bolted in last time, comes up in grade. Nebraskan makes his debut, raced under the same name for Brett Kavanagh in New South Wales. Won twice over the 1,000 metres at Scone, and King Excellente, 3-time course and distance winner, has his first peak at Class 3. It's Nebraskan and Sports Legend, the lead pair. Yeah, look, it's a tricky speed map, this one, because there's plenty of pace in the race and there's a whole lot of horses that could lead. Nebraskan, a 1,000-metre leader in Australia before he got here, both starts, and he hasn't been let go in his trials here, but he has jumped really well in all of them. So he's going to be right there. Sports Legend jumps well. He'll come across, I think, with Nebraskan. O-line and Blinkers on for the first time, likes to lead. Magic Phoenix has led in the past, and Colourful Emperor's led, but he let the speed go. Healthy's another one that's led, so they might try and push up with him, which just could put a little bit of a horse wide there, so we'll see what happens. We don't want tricky when it comes to your speed maps. We want results and answers. Here's Lowell Hewitson talking Sweetbriar with Nick.
Lyle, Sweetbriar is your ride in race 9 on Wednesday night. Hasn't been to Happy Valley very often, but when he has, he's gone close.
Yeah, he's always been a consistent horse. No matter what distance, what track, he's always run well. But like you say, he has performed well at Happy Valley. And of course, he's got the draw in his favour. There's a lot of speed in the race, so he's got plenty of horses to aim at. So yeah, a lot of things do point towards him, and I'm sure he'll run a good race.
I know you weren't on him last time, but he's run a nice race there. Obviously, big plus you being back on, because you've got form on the horse and you know him well.
Yeah, I think his most unfortunate thing is that because he's so consistent, he's always running second, third, he's getting a point each time. So he just keeps going high and high in the ratings without winning, which is against him. But yeah, his luck will turn and he'll get his nose in front soon.
He's not too far removed from the marks that he was placed off around here, so I guess you'd like to think that as far as the handicap's concerned, he's not in a bad place to hopefully get that win.
Yeah, no, each one of those runs where he ran second and third, he was a nose away from winning. So, you just need the ball to bounce your way a little bit in those scenarios and you're a winner. So he's certainly capable of winning at this rating. It just means that it's a bit harder every time you get an extra point. But he's a nice, strong horse. He's tough, and hopefully he gets a smooth passage through.
That is a Sweetbriar, but a bit like the previous race, Paul, it does not end with him. Colourful Emperor, he's looking to carry on his winning way. He's racing well, and Solar Partner, surely you'd prefer him in Class 4, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. He's actually got a better record down there, but he's still racing well, and he finished off nicely enough here once again. He should get the race run to suit. So I think he's a place chance, but not probably a winning chance. But I think this one, Colourful Emperor, is definitely a winning chance. He's won his last couple. He's really hit his straps, and he won with plenty in hand there. It was a good win from him.
It sure was. As we head on to Sports Legend, he needs to come up and prove himself in Class 3, because he's been there 5 times for just the 1/4 so far, but he's certainly put himself on notice to be able to do it with the way he's won this race.
Yeah, but 3 of those 5 were on the dirt. So he's here at Happy Valley. I think he's a different horse. He seems to show that he's going really well. He's one start over the course and distance, and you can see, look, he's waving to the crowd, isn't he, as he comes down. So he's drawn wide, but if he can come across with the Nebraskan and get himself into a nice position, he'll give himself a chance.
That King Excellente coming up in grade. Loves Happy Valley, loves 1200 metres, so he has that in his favour. Gets a light weight. Can he mix it in this class?
I think he can, but look, the problem is he's drawn the outside gate. He's drawn barrier number 12, and that just concerns me a little bit. He drew 12 and 11 at his last 2 in saying that, but and raced wide and got away with it in the lower grade. I don't know if he can get away with it in this grade, so he might have to go all the way back. So that's just the worry I had with him.
wait for a better draw for King Excellente in Class 3. Who wins the last?
Yeah, really good race. The last two races in particular are really good races to finish the card. Going to go with Colourful Emperor to beat Sports Legend. We'll put Solar Partner on a minor line, and Sweet Briar. He's been consistent, but he is sneaking up the ratings without winning, and that's always a concern. 2879.
There it is, the race-by-race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9-race card and the first underway at 6:40 Hong Kong time.